The morning light has begun to break through the dense jungle. The feeling of waking up in this peaceful environment of nature, away from the hustle and bustle of the city, is different. And when I have my most trusted companion with me, my energy for work increases. I started today's mission by giving him some water. Today, I will build a small wooden cabin with my own hands in the heart of this jungle. First, I cleared the area to build the cabin. I cut down the weeds around it, leveled it, and started measuring it with wood. The first requirement for any good structure is the right size, so there can be no rush in this work. Now comes the real work. I dug up the ground and buried the solid wooden poles or pillars for the cabin's foundation. I kept checking to see if they were level or not, because the entire cabin will stand on these poles. Then I built the base frame around it and nailed it tightly. My partner was just watching my work. Now it's time to install the floorboards on the base frame. I laid the wood out neatly, sawed off the excess parts and made them even. Then I started erecting the main posts around the perimeter to build the walls. In the meantime, I sharpened my favorite Viking-style axe. A sharp tool saves a lot of time while working. The poles are set. Now it's time to build the walls. One by one, I'm installing wooden planks from the bottom up and nailing them together. The work is quite laborious, but as the walls slowly rise, I feel a strange sense of satisfaction. I use a saw to make a space for the windows. The walls are done. Now it's the roof. I made triangular frames or trusses for the roof and placed them on top. This is a bit difficult to do alone. You have to maintain balance. After installing the frame, I locked the two side frames together with the main support beam in the middle. The true shape of the cabin is now emerging little by little. Now it's time to install the planks on the roof frame. I designed a small dormer window or extended window in the roof so that enough light and air can enter inside. I installed the timbers and carefully cut away the excess parts with a saw. I erected a small veranda frame in front. Then I started working on the roof. To protect the wood from the rain, I neatly laid black waterproofing paper, tar paper, over the entire roof and nailed it in place. Now there is no fear of water getting in. To enhance the beauty of the balcony, I made a wooden railing, and to go up, I cut a few steps of hardwood and made a beautiful staircase. The exterior work is almost finished. I used heavy clear plastic instead of glass for the windows. It's quite durable for the jungle environment. Next, I'll make the most interesting part of the cabin, the door. I made a door with a slightly different design, a chevron pattern, from the pieces of wood. I attached the hinges and latches and mounted the door to the frame. To enhance the beauty of the balcony, I made a wooden railing, and to go up, I cut a few steps of hardwood and made a beautiful staircase. The exterior work is almost finished. I made a very simple but sturdy table and stool out of scrap wood to sit and pass the time inside. I also made a small staircase inside to go up to the loft I had made for sleeping under the roof inside the cabin. The cabin is finished, but to prevent the wood from being damaged by the sun and rain, I applied wood stain, or protective polish, to the entire cabin, including the balcony and doors. After applying the polish, the true form of the wood seemed to come out even more beautifully. After a hard day's work, it's time to relax a bit. I'm also very hungry. I took a large piece of meat and made cuts in it with a knife. Then I marinated it well with a sufficient amount of spices, oil, and whole garlic. Then I wrapped it tightly in several layers of parchment paper and aluminium foil. It was already dark outside. I placed the packet of meat in the coals of the campfire, which was roaring. Let it cook slowly over the coals. In the meantime, I made my bed in the loft inside the cabin. Dinner in the magical light of the lantern. I took the meat out of the coal fire. The aroma was wafting around. The inside was absolutely juicy and soft. I also gave my partner his share. After eating it comfortably, I went to sleep. The next morning, I woke up to the sound of rain. Standing on the veranda and looking at the rain-soaked forest was a different kind of peace. I am leaving this small house I built with my own hands in the heart of this vast forest. Maybe I will come back at some point in my free time. Farewell, like today.